Welcome to my Salsas page. I am so excited to be launching this page. Salsa is something I am absolutely passionate about. I love all kinds of salsas and we eat a lot of them around here. So I felt like I needed to do a little introduction about this page because the other day as I was out here during Salsa Palooza, charring vegetables and making salsas and canning salsas, I kept thinking about now, how am I going to organize this? And originally I came up with fresh salsas versus cooked salsas, and I think that's perfectly fine. But there are also salsas that are cooked salsas that are appropriate for canning and some that are not appropriate for canning. So I thought maybe we needed to talk about that, because if you're here and you don't intend to can, make anything you want. You don't have to can any of these salsas. But if you do plan to can, what I've done is I've marked those salsas that are appropriate for canning. So let's talk about that for just a minute. Your fresh salsas are going to be salsas that you make with fresh ingredients and you eat them within 4 or 5 days. You don't store them, they don't store longer than that. And for the most part, most of these are not appropriate for cooking. Cooked salsas, you're going to do something to cook at least some of the ingredients. You might boil, you might roast, you might broil, but some of those ingredients are going to be cooked in some way. Many of those salsas are appropriate for canning, and to make something appropriate for canning, it has to be a salsa that is good cooked, because you have to cook it in order to can it. So it has to be something that's good cooked and something that has an acidity level that's high enough that it's safe to can. So, for example, a fresh tomato salsa with fresh cilantro and fresh onions and fresh peppers in it would be terrible canned. I mean, you take everything away from what makes it special. But on the other hand, a charred tomato and jalapeno, great for canning. So why can? That's a good question. It's kind of an old-fashioned granny thing to do, right? But I've been canning since I was 18, 19 years old. I don't can a lot of things. I can salsas, I can jams and jellies. I used to can tomatoes. I don't can tomatoes anymore. So why can salsa? Well, a couple of reasons. First of all, I can't buy salsa, at least I can't afford to buy salsa that's better than what I can make at home. One of the reasons that these salsas are so good to make at home is that you can use fresh ingredients at the peak of the season, and you can process them into salsas that are made the way you like them. The heat level the way you like them, the salt level the way you like them, everything to your liking. The other reason that I love canning salsa is I love being able to go to the pantry, open the pantry up, and say, what salsa are we going to have with this meal? I never open the door of my pantry and find an empty shelf and say, oh, got to go to the grocery store. It just doesn't happen. And that is weirdly satisfying to me. Anyway, whether you plan to can or don't can is irrelevant. There's something here for you that you will love or learn to love, and I hope you'll try it. Adjust all the recipes according to your liking. Just make salsa and eat salsa. It's good and it's really good for you. So enjoy this page and let me know what you think.